We sat down our 3 headphone engineers here at Abyss with a $10,000 headphone setup to see how good Apple Music lossless sounds. I don't know if it's a setup or not, but this sounds a lot better than my normal one.
The first thing you notice is there's a lot more sense of space with the Apple Music, so it's either due to probably less compression going on in the stream or more resolution. The dynamics are way higher too.
They put this Happier Than Ever song in the spatial audio section. It's the first song I played with the AirPods Pro. This sounds a lot better than that.
Damn, it sounds good on Apple Music.
Did you compare this to Tidal yet? I'd like to directly compare though, because I don't know if it's a setup. It's totally different. It's really surprising how it actually is readily perceivable. I wouldn't have expected it to be that big of a difference and that obvious. At least on this album, it's really substantial. Tidal sounds almost a little harsh in comparison. So we all have a fair bit of experience with Tidal for streaming. And personally, I don't really like Tidal, but it's kind of the best of the available options.
It's convenient.
Yeah.
It works.
The interface, it could use a little work, and we've had some issues with it, like skipping and buffering and issues like that don't seem to make a whole lot of sense.
I always like it because it seems like every time I turn it on, it just kind of figures it out and works.
Well, once you
all
get
kinds
it
of
all
other crap
set
is
up,
giving me issues all the time.
It's mostly functional, but the discovery isn't exceptional in it compared to other services. Like I prefer Pandora actually for that. It seems to find what I want to listen to better than Tidal doesn't really do that directly.
It does, but it seems to show a lot of the same.
It's like the same thing that you already played, or
takes
similar
longer
to
to
what you
learn,
played.
I think, too.
It's
maybe.
not like some whiz-bang AI thing. So, but Apple Music, it's exciting because it's new, and there's hope that they make it better than the existing candidates. And oddly enough, the difference in sound quality, at least on some albums, it's shocking. It's significant. It's more than I would have expected.
Compared to
like Tidal,
right?
The sound quality is actually appreciably better in some cases.
Yeah, on the track you guys were listening to, that the Woodkid was pretty good, man. There was no doubt.
Yep.
You were listening to a superior medium of digital transmission there. You know, there's no question. And I guess on that track it was 2496 according to the screen on the iPhone. We looked it up on we were using an iMac, and I guess the iMac didn't show the res. Sorry, a MacBook, but it didn't show the res. I don't think on the
No,
MacBook.
It doesn't show it.
Yeah,
No.
but on an iOS device, it does show
they need to work
the
on
actual
that.
streaming res, which is fine. Yes, just minor details, but it did show it as 2496.
Oddly enough, the interface is really slow right now. So I wonder if that's a demand issue.
Yeah,
And they just don't have the capacity.
It was really
Well,
bad.
the number I heard was
right
like
when it launched.
The number I'm heard is like they have 600 million subscribers.
That's a problem.
That's a bit of a drag on.
And so now everybody's streaming 10 times the bandwidth.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like Tidal clearly is a lot smaller, and this is like every Apple user that already had it just can now use
And
it.
they didn't expect that.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that, and you combine that with probably some buffering time going on there too, because the track is larger.
Files are big.
Yeah, so you might have some delays, but they'll fix
Probably,
that.
yeah.
You know, it'll all come through in the end, come together in the end.
Well, if anybody can, Apple's got the resources.
I'm impressed it works as well as it does right out the gate. I mean, considering how many people are.
Well, they've probably been working on it for a long time.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I was streaming Apple lossless. Now, this was typically Redbook, 1644.1. I was doing this in 2011, and over cellular, streaming off like some junk dumpster fire machine I used as a server. It was way faster than what Apple's offering right now. So it's interesting because 10 years ago it was doable over cellular.
You were probably the only one using it, though.
Well, yeah.
There was like no
you're hosting
bandwidth
your own
limitations
server.
going in there.
I was hosting my own machine.
Oh,
so,
right. Yeah, that kind of
A server of one.
Yeah.
I would have
Right.
expected now is the time and place where the bandwidth is available. But if Apple's having trouble, yeesh, that's some serious load.
Yeah, I don't think it's trouble. I think it's just, it's not like it was just a smooth delay. It wasn't like it's going.
Well, yeah.
Once
Once
that
it
crap
wasn't
going on.
stopping.
Yeah.
but
They got the buffering figured out.
it took 5 or 10 seconds to play a track.
Yeah.
Searching takes 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's very, very slow.
Right.
Well, when it first, like the minute they said that it went live, I started using it, and wow. I'm like, I've never seen an Apple device this slow. I was using a new iPad Pro, and it was like, is this thing broke?
I know I was clicking the pad on the mouse pad a few times, going, "Oh, this doesn't seem to be taking."
Yeah, I was
wasn't
trying
sure.
to push harder on the glass.
Yeah. Well,
Come
see,
on.
I mean, we're just spoiled.
Yeah.
We're spoiled with like instant gratification from most stuff, and
Yeah.
that'll adjust for itself over
I
time.
would imagine they'll fix it, but I just think that's a little interesting that they drop this, and this is either indicative of extraordinarily high demand beyond what they predicted, or it's just some sort of intrinsic
Well,
limitation or challenge.
I can picture what's going on. If you ever notice when you first start, if you have a poor internet connection on YouTube, let's say, which I've had problems with my internet connection at home, which I'm running like.
I think everybody has.
They're giving me like at some point I hit like 2-3 megabyte download. I'm like, what the hell? And it was obviously issues, right? Big issue with the. It wasn't an issue with the. It was an issue with a local
Right.
connection issue, right? Cable, whatever.
Service provider.
But what I'm getting at is that when you get down into the sub 10 megabyte range, now all of a sudden you're running things in the house. You go to YouTube and you notice the first 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds, the res is just shit. It's like it's running.
Yeah.
It's running. It's
144p.
playing.
Yeah.
It'll start playing, but it looks like crap, and you could see it slowly getting better as it buffers the frickin' video.
Well, that's their algorithm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and my guess is Apple said, you know what? We're not going to start a song off sounding like crap because
Yeah.
a lot of people will make their first impression on the first few seconds of a track, and then that's it. So they're like, we're going to buffer this thing, whatever it's going to take, and we're going to put it out in the proper res right up and get go. And that's probably what they're doing right now because they're concerned about the subjective nature of what's going on right now. So I think it's a good call. I think you're better off waiting and let it play the res it's supposed to play, and not try
It's
to
not like it's taking minutes,
Yeah,
Just
right.
Give it a sec. It's got to go to space.
Yeah, but I think we're concentrating too much on that because that'll fix itself over time.
Yeah.
It's more about the sound,
Right.
The sound is good.
The sound is really
Sound
good.
is good?
Yeah, really good. That clarity level was dramatic. And
It's
I've noticed
actual lossless, unlike what Tidal's offering.
that. Yeah, and I've noticed that with Tidal. Like I've listened to a number of tracks that it's probably you too, that we're used to on CD or what have you, and they're definitely not as good.
Right.
Even master may not be so good.
Right.
you
There's
know.
a lot of tracks on Tidal that you really can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
But there's also a handful left that it's very obvious there's something going on and it just doesn't sound
Yeah.
high resolution.
Yeah, I think that's the difference. There seems to be a lot more variation track to track, album to album on Tidal, and then on like Apple Music now is like consistent.
Yeah.
Pretty much
in a little
everything.
bit we've listened.
Yeah,
to.
I mean, it's been
Yeah.
not
We've
much.
probably gone through Rock to 100, at least 100 tracks by now, right? In the last few days.
Very consistent.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if that indicates the actual limitation of the container they're using, the MQA that's commonly used on Tidal, or if it's just the content that they're being supplied
I don't run
from the
MQA at
recording
home,
students.
so I wouldn't notice it either way.
I do, but this is still better, I think.
Yeah. I don't think MQA is really doing a whole hell of a lot. The experience I've had where used to run your MyTech with it, and the experience I've had,
It's just like, meh.
But yeah, in terms of Apple, excellent. It's great. I'm switching over to this thing. I'll maintain Tidal for another month or so, but I'm just gonna switch over and start using this because that even that one track was impressive. I haven't heard that kind of a difference. I mean, we've run software like what's some of the software for playing high res?
Audiovana.
Yeah. We've run software like Audiovana and stuff like that. And I mean, they're having updates all the time and all this stuff. And, the changes are like, what do we, you don't even know.
No.
It's probably more operational than Sonic, but this is dramatic when it comes
It's
to streaming.
readily apparent.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
good
Well,
one.
the other nice thing is, especially if you're in the Apple ecosystem, then it's just integrated in everything.
Yeah.
It's just like you don't need to download anything. It's just the standard music app, So.
Yeah, I didn't even install it till last night, and I opened music, and it just pops up right there and says, "Do you want to
Right.
subscribe?" Put your thumb on the button, bam, you're in.
Yeah.
3 months free. So they
Right.
make it stupid easy to just
that is
turn this thing
the
on
idea.
and start streaming music if you haven't used the Apple service yet. Stupid easy.
It's very convenient.
Yeah.
So, since the main reason why I happen to like Tidal was the convenience, this is more convenient than that.
Totally. Yeah, it's just like bam, you're
Well,
there.
and since we were running Tidal before, you had to like AirPlay everything, like a HomePod or something, if you wanted some background music or something. Now you have everything right there. You just tell it what you want to listen to.
Yeah.
So that's convenient too if you have HomePods.
I don't know. You've been using it. Does it start to learn what you like? Is it doing that? Because it asked me initially
Yeah.
when I started, like, what kind of music you
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
what even asked me what
Yeah, it starts
specifically what
suggesting
artist you
stuff.
like.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't used that yet, so I'm looking forward to that. So you don't really know how it works, like in terms of you haven't had enough days on it to see how quickly
I
it's
know
learning.
it's suggesting things, but how well is it doing? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know that yet. Too early to tell.
Maybe it could replace Pandora.
Yeah.
Because I like Pandora for that like background music stuff.
Yeah.
It just plays stuff that works pretty well.
Well, you're
and
not
I
like focused on listening
right.
or anything.
Yeah,
Pandora
the quality. They have a
It
free
is
version
free,
and a paid
yeah.
version. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now Elon needs to add it to.
Apple Music in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. So overall, it's actually better than I expected. I would have expected to hear that audible of a difference, but on some tracks, it's actually pretty noticeable. And maybe it's less noticeable on average gear, but on high-end stuff, it's pretty telling. It's a profound difference.
And of course, like any of these places, they're limited by what the studios provide them for the master. I mean, I think some original recordings only go so high in terms of the res. They just don't have anything else.
I've seen that.
You know what I mean? So you're not going to hear as dramatic a difference. But even then, there was still a difference. Like when I threw Nils on there was a difference, but I need to spend more time to really talk about it, which 20 seconds doesn't cover. But it was different. And maybe, like you said, maybe it's because of the blacker background or something like that we're getting out of it. But you got to spend a little more time with it to get nitty gritty. But yeah, obviously when the masters are right, I mean, when they give you, I would think a majority of modern music would be, are all digitally made at pretty high res.
Yeah, it seems like all the new stuff is 24-bit.
Yeah.
And then I've ran into a few things that are like from like late 2008, 2009, and it was 16. But it seems like everything's 24-bit for the most part.
Pretty cool. It's free.
Right.
Included with the regular subscription.
So everybody's has it.
So that's compelling.
Yeah.
Really brings the barrier to entry down.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to listening to more stuff with it.
Me too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We'll see how it works
I'm gonna
because
play with it over
I'm
the weekend.
switching.
Yeah.
Me too.
On that note, on that big note, thank you, Apple, for bringing everybody better music. Hey, on our side, it's a win-win.
That's right. Yep.
So thank you, everybody, for watching on this one, and look forward to seeing you guys again. Remember to subscribe to us. We're always having great chats here. Thumbs us up if you like this video. Take care.